Big Jared Wilson, number 55, is center for the Dogs. That group up front, a serious challenge tonight.
When the 2024 college football season kicked off, all eyes were on Carson Beck. Touted as the best quarterback heading into the season, Beck carried immense expectations on his shoulders as the new leader of the reigning back-to-back national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs. With the departure of Stetson Bennett being over a year ago, Beck was not only stepping into the spotlight, but also into the pressure cooker of maintaining Georgia's dominance on the national stage. However, his performance has been anything but consistent. From lackluster outings in critical games that left his fans questioning his potential to a much-needed breakthrough where he finally showed flashes of brilliance against Tennessee, the question remains, how good is Carson Beck actually? Is he the star Georgia football needs, or is the weight of expectations too much to bear? Before we continue, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into college football's biggest stories. Let's dive into his season so far, the highs, the lows, and what his future might hold for Georgia's college football playoff hopes. Carson Beck entered the 2024 season with immense pressure. Having spent 3 seasons backing up Stetson Bennett and starting all last season, Beck was set to have a stellar season. As a former 4-star recruit, his natural arm strength, poise in the pocket, and accuracy made him the consensus pick to lead Georgia to another championship.
Out of character for him, he admits it, but the role called for it. Down the middle, touchdown!
The Bulldogs were ranked number 1 in preseason polls, and Beck was hailed as the key to maintaining their dominance. Many analysts believed his skill set exceeded that of his predecessor, positioning him as a Heisman contender and a potential first-round NFL draft pick. Expectations soared, but as the season unfolded, Beck struggled to meet them. Beck's season has been a roller coaster. In pivotal games, such as the clash against Ole Miss, he failed to deliver the level of play Georgia needed. His decision-making faltered, with turnovers becoming a recurring issue. Against top-tier defenses, Beck appeared hesitant, leading to stalled drives and missed opportunities. One of the most glaring examples came in Georgia's loss to Ole Miss, where Beck threw 2 interceptions and failed to capitalize on red zone opportunities. Critics began questioning whether he had the mental toughness to lead a championship-caliber team. His inability to handle pressure became evident as he struggled to read complex defensive schemes, often making rushed throws or taking costly sacks. Despite showing glimpses of his potential, these errors overshadowed any positive moments. Adding to the pressure was the comparison to other top quarterbacks in the country, such as Dylan Gabriel and Cam Ward, who consistently outperform him in similar situations. These quarterbacks not only put up better stats, but also showed poise in high-stakes moments, something Beck seemed to lack. As Georgia's CFP hopes wavered, the narrative around Beck shifted. Was he the weak link in an otherwise dominant team?
Yeah, I mean, you look at their defense, I mean, they played a hell of a game. We struggled to move the ball there after that first touchdown, after, the defense was able to get a turnover and we found some momentum.
The stakes were further raised by the expectations surrounding Georgia's offense. With a roster filled with NFL-caliber talent, including a solid offensive line and playmakers at every position, Beck's inability to maximize these resources became a glaring concern. Each misstep added fuel to the fire, leading to growing calls for head coach Kirby Smart to re-evaluate the quarterback position. Just when it seemed Carson Beck's season was falling apart, he delivered his best performance of the year against Tennessee. Feeding off a hostile crowd in Sanford Stadium, Beck rose to the occasion, silencing his doubters with a near-flawless game. Beck completed 25 of 40 passes for 346 yards and 3 touchdowns, with 0 interceptions, displaying the accuracy and composure that had eluded him earlier in the season. His ability to stretch the field with deep throws and carve up Tennessee's secondary reminded fans why he was so highly regarded in the preseason. This victory was more than just another game. It kept Georgia's CFP hopes alive and showcased what Beck is capable of when he's at his best. Was this a turning point for his season, or merely a one-off performance? With Georgia still firmly in the hunt for the college football playoff, the pressure on Carson Beck has reached a fever pitch. As the Bulldogs navigate the season's most critical stretch, every snap, every decision, and every throw could define not only their season, but Beck's legacy as well. To secure a playoff spot, Georgia will likely need to win out, including a potential high-stakes showdown in the SEC championship, a daunting task that demands consistency and leadership from their quarterback. For Beck, this moment represents more than just a chance to salvage his season. It's an opportunity to rewrite the narrative entirely.
I was hurting a little bit, body's hurting for sure. It's football, so, I don't have a black jersey on out there like I do in practice.
His standout performance against Tennessee showcased the quarterback Georgia fans had been waiting for, a composed leader capable of thriving under pressure. If Beck can sustain that level of play and lead the Bulldogs through these challenges, Georgia could reestablish themselves as serious contenders in the national championship race. However, the stakes are razor thin. If the inconsistencies that plagued him earlier in the season resurface, it could spell disaster for the Bulldogs' playoff dreams and solidify the doubts surrounding Beck's ability to deliver on the biggest stage. Carson Beck's 2024 season has been anything but straightforward. While the early struggles raised doubts, his performance against Tennessee showed that the talent and potential are still there. Whether he can sustain that level of play and lead Georgia to glory remains to be seen. What do you think? Is Carson Beck the quarterback Georgia needs to secure another championship? Or will his inconsistencies ultimately hold them back? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out our other videos for more deep dives into college football's most intriguing stories. Thanks for watching.